Very good morning to one and all present here. On behalf of Trio World Academy Management and staff members, I extend a warm welcome for the PYP Virtual Open House for the academic year 2020-21. I'm so delighted to interact with you all on a Saturday morning. And before we begin our session, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Chitra. I am the PYP coordinator at Trio World Academy. I have 10 years of experience in the IB PYP program. I have worked in many different IB schools across country. I have completed my graduation in engineering and education. I have undergone various workshops and certification programs prescribed by IB PYP program. Let's begin our today's session. I request all the parents to drop in your questions if you have any in the comment box, and all the questions will be answered at the end of the session. Our today's agenda has been broadly divided into the following categories. Introduction to our school, that is Trio World Academy. We are going to talk in depth about the IB PYP curriculum, the methodologies and the approaches, how IB PYP program is implemented in our school, and why choosing an IB PYP program is extremely important for your child's future. Moving on, we are Trio. We are a Bangalore-based international school that was established in 2007. We are an authorized IB World School with over 13 years of expertise in education research and design. We have served more than 3,000 happy families, including students from over 55 nations. We have IB PYP program from nursery till grade 5. We have Cambridge program from grade 6 to grade 10, followed by IB diploma program in grades 11 and 12. The meaning of Trio. It is very interesting to know the meaning of Trio, the name of our school. Trio is combination of three, it's group of three. So what is Trio for all of us? It is the meaningful and synergic integration of school, which involves teachers, administrators, leaders, and other staff members. And the next entity is, of course, home, which involves parents, family members, and caregivers. And the third and important entity is society, the environment we live in and the surrounding around us. So people and institutions who have a significant impact on the life of the child. So the name Trio signifies the synergetic interaction of the three most important entities that impact the life of a child: school, home, and society. So this is the meaning of Trio. Our school vision and mission statement. Vision: to create and nurture individuals who have the knowledge, empathy, leadership, and fortitude to stand up to the challenges that the world poses in the future. And our mission says to provide an extraordinary environment for learning, bonding, and all-round development that helps create and mold world-class future leaders. We ensure that we live up to our vision and mission statements. Our teachers, they create a lot of activities around these statements and ensure that children display the aspects of vision and mission statements. Moving on, let's understand the core values of our school. The Trio philosophy combines global learning with time-tested values. These values are embedded into the heart of our activities, which we do daily in our classroom and outside the classroom. The four important core values what we have identified are leadership, discipline, academic excellence, and service. To understand in detail about these core values, to instill and inculcate the leadership skills and qualities in students, we started at the very young age. In the early ages, we ask our students to take up the different roles and responsibilities of becoming class monitor, reading buddies, stationery monitor. We appreciate them, we encourage them by giving certificates when they display these leadership qualities and skills inside and outside classroom. And in grade 5, we have something called as student council, wherein students take up the roles of president, vice president, CAS officer, event officer, sports captain, wherein they collaborate, they discuss and they organize events, they communicate with each other, developing and also displaying their leadership qualities and skills. Discipline is extremely important. We ensure that the learner in our school is a disciplined learner inside the classroom and in the outside world. Academic excellence has given an extremely important priority in our school. We ensure that it is neatly taken care in our program and in our curriculum. When we plan our learning engagements, when we plan our activities and program, we ensure that students strive to the academic excellence and they achieve it. Last but not the least, the very important core value, what we believe in is service, giving back to the community. We organize many events, many fundraising events. We do thrift shops, we have annual play, we have a blaze. These are some of the events and activities which we organize in our school, and we donate the fund what we collect to the charity. This is to develop the sense of empathy in our students and to ensure that they understand the value of giving it back to the society. We ensure that all the safety measures are taken care once we have our students and staff members enter the beautiful campus. We have more than 200 CCTVs across the campus. We have 2 CCTVs per school bus. The criminal background verification of all the employees is mandatory in our school before they take up any role with us. We have more than 25 guards. We have female guards and attendants in the important location around the campus. We have a strong anti-bullying policy. It is a strict no in our school for any bullying practices. So we follow stringent anti-bullying policies. Our buses are equipped with the first aid kits, speed governors. We have female attendants in every bus. We ensure that a 3-tier visitor verification procedure is followed when a visitor is entering our campus. We have mobile number based entries for visitors. So these are some of the measures we take to ensure the safety of our students and staff members once they are here in the campus. We believe in a well-balanced curriculum. For that, we have teamed up with Sportify and we provide variety of sport activities for our sport enthusiasts. We have many activities which includes athletics, wall climbing, football, cricket, skating, basketball, swimming, and many more. We also have taekwondo classes as our after-school activity. We have a tie-up with Barca Academy. They have the training center in our school. So these are some of the different activities, sport activities which we have in our school, and we take up this as after-school activities as well. Facilities at TRIO. We ensure that we have a safe and well-connected fleet. All our buses are equipped with speed governors, seat belts, fire extinguishers, and first aid boxes. We follow all the guidelines prescribed by the government of Karnataka for our school buses. We have a spacious dining area cafeteria. We ensure that healthy and nutritious food is provided to our students and staff members. We have an international cuisine in our menu, and we ensure that we provide healthy international food to our students and staff members who represent 24 different countries. One of the extremely important facility of our school is infirmary to ensure the safety and health of our students. Trio has a well-maintained infirmary with 4 beds. An in-house certified nurse is available at all times. All our staff members are trained to administer basic first aid and CPR. This is the IB mission statement. For a PYP school, it is important for us to align our school vision and mission statement with IB mission statement. IB mission works with the school, the international organizations, to develop challenging programs of international education and rigorous assessment. It also aims in developing, inquiring, knowledgeable, and caring young people who help to create a better and more peaceful world through intercultural understanding and respect. These programs encourage students across the world to become active, passionate, and lifelong learners who understand that other people with their differences can also be right. IB learner profiles. This is the backbone of any IB PYP program. We want our students to display the IB learner profile attributes, and these are the 10 IB learner profile attributes which we want our students to display when they are within the school, outside the school, for them to become the lifelong learners and curious learners, for them to become a holistic learner, holistic student. We want them to display some of the attributes which are mentioned over here, like inquirers, knowledgeable, thinkers, communicators, principled. They'll become open-minded learners. They care, they take risks, they become balanced and reflective learners. So this is the backbone of IB PYP curriculum. We ensure that these learner profiles are integrated with the activities what we do in our classroom. It is also mentioned in our program. It is neatly structured and embedded within our program. We encourage our students to display these attributes, and whenever they display this attribute, we make sure that we give an appreciation certificate to them to encourage them to display these attributes. Approaches to learning, which is also known as skills. I'm sure you all agree with me that the skills which has been mentioned over here, these are the 21st century skill which is definitely required for our children. And the skills what we look into are social skills, thinking skills, communication skills, research skills, and self-management skills. How do we imbibe or inculcate these skills in our students? Social skills. We do a lot of group activities starting from the early years and in the entire pre-YP program to ensure that students understand and value the importance of working together. They work in groups. They develop positive interpersonal relationships and collaboration skills. We ensure that our students are thinking critically. We ask open-ended questions so that we have so many project-based learning. So the thinking skill is instilled in our student. Research skill is taken care through ICT. A lot of opportunities will be provided to the students to ensure that they are doing a well-rounded research for the concepts or the topics, whatever they are learning in class. Guiding questions will be given by the teachers to ensure that students are doing enough research and gaining and enriching the knowledge of the concept or the topic what they are learning. Self-management skill, which is extremely important. Students are involved in decision making in the class. They organize the classroom. They are involved in the program, in the construction and planning of the program. And this is how we ensure the self-management skills are taken into consideration. Communication skills. We provide many opportunities for our students to display their communication skills. We do show and tell activities. We do a lot of unit and celebrations wherein they present their work. We have our assessments also designed in such a way that they express themselves, they communicate, they talk, they do a lot of presentations. Key concepts. These are the important aspects. In fact, our program is a concept-driven program. When we say key concept or a concept is a bigger idea. For example, if a student is learning about dinosaur is a topic. They are learning about the topic. When they talk about extinction, that is concept. So you can see the difference between topic and concept over here. Concept gives a wider understanding for the students that why are we learning this particular thing in the class. They make connections to the real life. They get connected to the real world. So these are some of the key concepts that we use in our program to ensure that students are learning beyond and they have a wide variety of questions. They become curious learners and inquirers when they are understanding a particular concept in the class. So all our inquiries, unit of inquiries are concept driven. The entire program is concept driven, and it is a concept driven approach what we follow in primary years program. Let's understand the curriculum that is primary years program over here. This is the curriculum model which IB provides us, and it is called as student agency. If you can see, we have agency at the center over here. Agency is nothing but giving voice, choice, and ownership to the students during their teaching and learning process. How do we provide voice to our students? They are involved in the decision making in the class. For example, how to set up a classroom, what should be there on the display board, how should a classroom look like. So they are involved in these decisions. We have different corners what we set up in the classroom. We have interest corners, we have activity corners, we have classroom libraries which we set up. So students are involved in this process, and they voice out their opinion and their ideas. They share their ideas and they are considered. We provide choice to the students. Not all students learn in the same way. Their learning styles will be definitely different. So we cater to their learning styles. We ensure that we teach the way students want to learn. So we provide choice. For example, if a student wants to present his understanding in the form of a PowerPoint presentation, we encourage that. A student is very good in creative writing and he wants to express his understanding in the form of a creative writing. We encourage that. So the choice is given to the student. When they have voice and choice, automatically they take the ownership of their learning. So that is how we develop the ownership of the learning. They reflect back on what they have learned, and they themselves understand, okay, this is the area that I need to work upon. This is the area that I already know. So we do many reflection activities. We do something called as exit tickets, which will tell us, that is the facilitators, teachers, and the students and parents, where the child stands in that particular concept. And this agency is has three pillars around it, that is the learning and teaching, and the learning community. The learner, of course, are students, and we also believe our teachers, they are the learners in the learning and teaching process. Our learning and teaching is the entire process, that is from planning to the execution of the curriculum. It involves the written curriculum as well as the assessed curriculum. The learning community involves the all the stakeholders of the learning community, that is our students, our staff members, our administrators, management, facilitators, and of course our parents. So this is the curriculum model of PYP, which is called as student agency. This is the framework what we get from the IB PYP program. We call this as 6 transdisciplinary themes. We have 6 transdisciplinary themes which we run for the entire academic year. And why do we call this as transdisciplinary? For example, if you take this transdisciplinary theme, how we express ourselves. Students understand that they can express themselves through language, that is by writing, through literacy. They can express themselves through drama. They can express themselves through music, art, drawing. So when they go to the other classes, they explore the big idea of expression. So they understand that it is not confined to a particular subject. It is transdisciplinary. It is not confined to one discipline. So this is the beauty of transdisciplinary approach. So we have 6 different themes, and the 6 different themes are who we are, that is understanding about ourselves, where we are in place in time. Children explore a lot about explorers, explorations, migrations under this particular unit. How we express ourselves is all about the exploration of the way which we discover and express our nature, ideas, feelings, beliefs, and values. How we organize ourselves. It is to understand the human system, the communities, the structure and function of the organization and the society. How the world works. This is the theme which focuses on the exploration of the physical and material world, the human-made phenomena, the world of science and technology, sharing the planet, which is very interesting and extremely important transdisciplinary theme, which looks into the exploration of rights and responsibilities in the struggle to share the finite resources with other people, access to equal opportunities, peace, and conflict resolution. So when IB gives this framework to us as a school, we create something called as program of inquiry. This is the example of a program of inquiry of one class. So we have 6 units, and we call each unit as unit of inquiry. Why is it called as inquiry? Because ours is inquiry based approach. We start with questions with pre-assessment, and we want our students to become curious learners and problem solvers. So that is why it is called as unit of inquiry. In unit of inquiry, we have something called as central idea, which is followed by the lines of inquiry, and we also have key concepts and related concepts. If we take the example of this particular unit over here students are learning about energy. They learn about the forms of energy, sources of energy, and if you look at the last line of inquiry over here, that is our role as consumers and conservers of energy. Our every unit ends with an action component. Here, action need not be a bigger one. For example, if child comes and informs the teacher that, Miss, I switch off the light whenever I go out of the room. I ensure that I close the door when the AC is on. I ensure that I switch off the heater when it is not in use. These are the measurable actions what our children take. We in fact encourage our children to take these measurable actions so that they are taking these sustainable steps for our future generation. So we encourage these kind of actions that are taken by our students, and we document those actions. The subject area like science and social studies are embedded or integrated in our unit of inquiry. For example, if you see over here, when they are learning about energy, it is a science unit. So science, the subject area science is taken into consideration. When they are talking about the government systems over here, it is about social studies. So science and social studies are the subject areas which are integrated in the unit of inquiry. The other subject area is, of course, mathematics. In PYP, in maths, we have 5 different strands, and these strands are data handling, measurement, shape and space, pattern and function, number system. So we follow this cycle wherein students construct the meaning of what they are learning. For example, in data handling, they are understanding about tally mark, bar graph, pictograms. Whenever they are exploring this topic or this concept, we do a lot of activities, hands-on activities, wherein student construct meaning of what is it actually. When they are learning fractions in number system, we provide them with base 10 blocks, we provide them with fraction strips, cubes, which they use, which they construct the model and understand the concept fraction. Then they transfer the meaning of what they have learned by writing, by solving sums, by understanding the different methods. To give you an example, if we are working on addition of fractions, we ensure whether the child knows how to do the listing method, whether the child knows how to take the LCM to do the addition of fractions. So we ensure that the different methods are taught, and they have understood these different methods, and they apply with understanding. That is when they solve the real life problems, when they solve word problems and they make connections to the real life. If they are learning about decimal, where and when they are going to use the particular concept or the particular topic what they have learned in the real life. So this is how our mathematics is taken care under 5 different strands in primary years program. Language and literacy, which is the very important subject area. If you can see, it is beautifully mentioned over here. Receiving and constructing meaning is done by listening, viewing, and reading. And students express themselves through speaking, presenting, and writing. To ensure that these strands of listening, speaking, viewing, presenting, reading, and writing, we have so many different programs which we have implemented in our school. I'm going to talk about that program in my next slide. Before we go ahead with the programs, let's understand a little about the assessment in PYP. Assessment is the integral part of our program, of our curriculum. We do assessment at the beginning of the unit, during the unit, and after the unit. And the assessment what we do at the beginning of the unit, we call that as pre-assessment or prior assessment. It is for the facilitators, for the teachers to understand what children already know about a particular concept that we are going to teach. We are not going to front load the students with unknown facts. We always move from known to unknown. And this approach is called as constructivism, where we try to understand what child already knows about a particular concept, and we move from that to unknown facts, figures, or whatever it is. So this is the importance of having the prior assessment before we start any concept in the class. Then we have ongoing assessments. These are the formative assessment, which gives students and teachers a better understanding of the students' conceptual understanding. When we are culminating a particular unit, we have something called as summative or cumulative assessment. We use various strategies and tools to record the student learning. We don't give marks. We don't believe in quantifying our assessments, so we don't give marks, but we use something called as rubric. Rubric is a comprehensive tool of measurement which gives the clear understanding that where the child stands, the area that they need to work upon, and what is that they have excelled in. So this is all about the assessment in PYP. To understand more about PYP in our school, how the program is implemented in our school timing is from 8 to 3:30. As I mentioned earlier, unit of inquiry, math, language and literacy, these are the core subjects what we deal in. From nursery to early years 2, we have 4 units of inquiry per academic year, and each unit of inquiry will run for 8 weeks. And from grade 1 to grade 5, we have 6 units of inquiries per academic year, and each unit of inquiry will run for 6 weeks. Our teacher to student ratio in early years is 10:1, and in primary years, that is from grades 2 to 5, the student to teacher ratio is 12:1. So we have 2 teachers in classroom and we call them as homeroom teachers. These are the programs that we have implemented in our school to ensure the strands of the subject areas are taken into consideration, and to ensure that our program is strong and we have a rigorous curriculum. We have a well-structured guided reading program from nursery till grade 2. It is extremely important for us to instill the habit of reading in our students at the very young age, to ensure that we have this guided reading program wherein we have a lot of books, lot of resources which are used till grade 2. Students are divided in groups, and our teachers, they work with the students, they provide guiding questions, they ensure that reading is done, they do silent reading, they do aloud reading. These are the different, and we use a lot of varieties of reading strategies. We use task cards, we use flashcards, we do a trail, we embed different activities to ensure that students have developed the interest in reading. We have novel studies program in grades 3 to 5. Again, we use different strategies, reading strategies when we are doing novel studies. We also have the homework policy. This is to ensure that we are having a proper revision and reinforcement of the concepts, whatever has been taught in class. We also have journal writing program, which starts from early years 2 and it goes on till grade 5. In journal writing, we have different varieties of writing which students do, that is creative writing, descriptive writing, persuasive writing, to name a few. We also have a spelling program to ensure the strong vocabulary of our students. We have a mental math program which we call as human calculator, and this is done from EY2 to grade 5. The languages that we offer in our school. We offer Spanish, French, and Hindi as modern foreign language. And the other subject areas are PE, visual art, music, drama, swimming, and taekwondo. This is part of our timetable, and these are the different programs what we have in our school. Let's look at some of the important documents and the celebrations. Unit overview and newsletter. These are the important documents that we share with the parents, for the parents to have a better understanding of whatever has been covered in the unit, what students are learning in class. Unit overview is sent at the beginning of every unit before we start the unit, and newsletter, parents will get weekly newsletter which will give the complete details of the concept covered in that particular week. We have something called as unit end celebrations. Our children, they love this unit end celebration because we believe in celebrating our learning. Uh, this is the culmination activity. It showcases the journey of learning of a student in that particular unit of inquiry. We do it in the form of gallery walk, we do it in the form of exhibitions, student-led conferences, presentations. Children enjoy doing these unit end celebrations within the classroom. They want to showcase their learning to their peers, to the other grades, and to the parents and other teachers. So this is something which is very unique for PYP, which will help students to understand that celebration of their learning is important. They have to be happy about what they are learning. Field trips, as you all know, and I'm sure that you all agree with me that it is the integral part of the curriculum. We ensure that we plan out field trips, which gives the learning experiences for the children in their grade level, and it is also in connection to the unit of inquiry what they are learning in the classroom. Parents are welcome to suggest the potential field trip experiences for our students as well. We have extracurricular activities, that is ECA. We have diverse extracurricular activities, varieties of extracurricular activities which we run, and we do these ECAs from Monday till Thursday. And these are some of the ECAs which we do in our school, that is basketball, swimming, robotics, skating, chess, football, juggling, singing, dancing club, board games, etc. So we are successfully running these ECAs, and our children enjoy these activities. They enjoy going for their ECAs, and it is part of our timetable. Of course, school is incomplete without events. So these are some of the different events which we celebrate in our school. We have Science Week, Language Week, Math Week. TGT stands for Trios Got Talent, which is very popular among our students. We also celebrate Indian Cultural Day and Annual Play. So these events help, in fact, students are actively involved when we are organizing these events, which again help them to imbibe, inculcate the leadership skills and qualities. Communication with our school. Parents can contact school friend desk to get in touch with the coordinator and teachers at any point of time. An email can be sent to the coordinator to if you have any questions, any concerns, anything related to our school. And your first point of contact will always be the homeroom teacher. You can get in touch with them with the school app. We have a school app called as ERP, through ERP or through school diary or through school phone. We believe that your child's education is a three-way partnership between your child's teacher, and you. So how parents can be involved in our teaching and learning process? By attending PTMs, meetings, by suggesting field trips, by attending assemblies and special events, by conducting reading programs. As I mentioned earlier, we have different reading programs. So you can come and conduct the reading program, a storytelling session, or reading a book to the student. You can also come in as guest speakers. In primary year program, we give importance to the guest speakers. We call the potential speakers who have achieved something big in their particular field. And if it is connected to the unit of inquiry, what we are doing, we call them as guest speakers to enrich our students' understanding and knowledge about the concept, what they are learning in class. And also by supporting the inquiry with resources like book, artifacts, etc., which is required for the classroom. Let's quickly look into the new normal, the online classes, and how the online classes are being conducted in our school. We are conducting our online classes using the platform Zoom. We also have something called as Edmido, wherein students share and post their work. Teachers share their presentations, their lesson plans, audio visuals, whatever teaching aids they use in the online classes through Edmido. In fact, individual student feedback will be given through Edmido. So we have a beautiful combination of synchronous and asynchronous learning, which is happening in the online classes. These are some of the glimpses of the celebrations, what we have done virtually. We celebrated Halloween. We celebrated Indian Cultural Day. The ECA program, which is going online. So these are some of the pictures of those programs and how the different classes, MFL classes and PE classes are being conducted. How to be an IB parent. Help develop a good routine, good study habits so that students become motivated and disciplined learners. Be supportive, encourage students to take initiative so that they become independent learners and they take the ownership of their learning. Help develop time management skills, encourage kids to explore interest outside the academic as well so that they become a balanced learner and a holistic learner. Give exposure, discuss current affairs, share views, develop broad knowledge with the students so that they connect, they understand that there is a connection between the subject area or the concept what they are learning in class to the real world. Encourage students to think critically, make them the problem solvers, ensure kids still have discipline to acquire knowledge. And of course, knowing the assessments will definitely help the students to become a holistic learners. There are a lot of advantages of being the IB PYP student, but to name a few, IB World School students develop strong academic, social, and emotional characteristics. It is important for our students to have that emotional connect with our teachers, our facilitators. We do something called a circle time, especially with this age group. It is extremely important for them to have that connect with the teacher. So along with academics, we ensure that their personal, social, and physical, emotional characteristics are taken care. They are often more likely to perform better academically than students on other programs. They will be encouraged to think independently and drive their own learning. They will learn how to engage with people in an increasingly globalized, rapidly changing world. Because of course they develop the international mindedness, they understand the perspective of others. These are some of the qualities an IB PYP student will imbibe. Why choosing an IB PYP program is extremely important and beneficial. We provide the concepts. The concepts are presented as questions to investigate. We don't believe in giving facts for the students to memorize. So concepts are presented as a questions to investigate so that they become curious learners. IB PYP students are problem solvers. They do not just follow directions, but they share their opinions, their ideas. They voice out their opinions. Students are actively involved in the learning process. They are part of the learning engagements. They are part of they are part of planning the curriculum, how we go ahead with the program. They are actively involved in each and every activity that has been designed. So our approach is student-centric approach. Skills, now, as I already mentioned, these are learned in real context. Um, we ensure that both the process and the product are valued. The focus is not only on the product. We ensure that the learning process, the learning journey of the student is monitored and process is focused. They understand the value of working together. They collaborate, they communicate with each other by developing social skills. One of the very important skill, that is people skill, the 21st century skill. And we make sure that the we personalize our program for the individual need of the student. We cater to the need of the student because not all of them learn in the same style. So one direction, same direction, that is from teacher to student, always doesn't work. So we do different activities. We have interest corners, we have activity corners, we have technology corners, we have class libraries set up in the classroom, and we encourage our students to explore these corners and develop their interest. By that, they enjoy and they understand the concept what they are learning in the classroom. So these are some of the important pointers which I'm sure will help you to make your decision that why IB PYP is important, or why enrolling your child in a PYP school is important. By this, we come to the end of our session. Okay, you can contact Ms. Radha Pratap, our admin coordinator, if you have any questions related to the admissions. You can also drop in your question in the comment box, which will be answered. Our school phone number is 080 406 222. You can contact Ms. Radha for admissions. With this, I would like to thank each and everyone present over here today for today's session. I wish you all a great weekend and happy Christmas and a very happy 2021. Thank you so much.